All right. Let's see here. Let's go over to the Alpha Voice. Let's see what's happening in this Discord. Maybe later. Let's see. Share chart. There we go. Can I go there? Oh, P-Funk. P-Funk wants to go to Importantaville. What else he talking about? Oh, yeah? Is it time? You blowing the horn? Blow the air horn. The time is here.
This is so cool.
You playing with noises, are you?
Yeah, we can. So you know how? Sorry, interrupt. But you know how we could add emojis that fly through Discord on your screen or whatever?
Yeah.
Alpha Trading can now add sounds, so it can be like liquidation or whatever. You know?
Where's that at?
Dude, it just popped up. I will.
Of course, shit always pops up, and I just erase it immediately. I don't even read it. I did see something pop up, and I was just like, get out of my way. It's all good. We are live. I'm just gonna... Where are you seeing this at? Lord, let me see. Start an activity. That ain't it. Well, got a built-in soundboard, huh? I don't know where you're finding that at. Where is it? Oh, I see it. I see it now. Oh, nice. All right. Nice. So Bitcoin had an uneventful weekend. Good stuff. So yeah, anyway. What are we looking at here, ladies and gentlemen? Take a quick peek at Bitcoin here. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. What's up? What is up? How's P-Funk today?
Been up since fucking 6, blood pressure, talking politics and cars here.
Yeah, I saw. People trying to define woke.
Yeah, fucking woke.
I don't know what you're looking at overseas, but woke over there is a woke here. Yeah.
Crazy.
Wokeness is a disease in this country. And unfortunately, that term got hijacked. I used to talk about being woke all the time, spiritually woke. I have become awoken, right? Spirituality, not all this madness. Isn't
that what it means? Like
just like my rainbow.
As I'm outside of the fishbowl, doesn't it mean like being aware of the system being messed up?
No, they hijacked the term. That being woke in this country is pushing these idiotic ideologies about gender and race. This is a melting pot. Yeah. There's not people are trying to put forth that everybody in this country is racist. It's a crock of shit. It's a massive crock of shit. And the thing going on to gender is even worse. There's only boys and girls.
Read up right now what they're trying to say about property appraisers in the United States. They just passed a team to run or to oversee property appraisers because they're racist, because they give black people lower values than white people. There's a new team starting this week or next week.
It's all separation. It's all separation. Yeah. I get along with everybody. I don't care what color you are. If you're not ignorant, let's talk. If you're ignorant, we're probably going to argue.
I just don't want to be around. Just kidding.
It is. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I don't want to be around the poor. We're going to need to build a wall.
Build a wall. You can build a wall around my property.
We have like 275 here. You have Detroit on one side and the
side. No. It's called America doesn't need to build a wall. They just need to bring all the Chinese production to Mexico so that those people can get the jobs. Then they'll have no reason to run away from cops in a country where they're going to get paid the same amount, because American living standards are high. They get paid low salaries, where now they can get paid the low dollar salary in the Mexican country, and they can live
The hell?
wealthy, I suppose. If
So
you like getting paid dollars, yeah, I suppose.
how about everything we sell in this country is made in America? That's my
Yeah,
that's my plan.
we should do that.
Why Mexico? I mean, why are we going to bring? I mean, Mexico needs to
Um,
start doing that for their own citizens. Every country. I mean, this is what's ridiculous.
So like,
You wonder why the
so here's
petrodollar
thing.
has got a stranglehold on everything? Is because our dumbasses don't grow locally. We don't manufacture locally. It's ridiculous. So they're wasting all this fuel taking a freaking tomato from southern Mexico and bringing it up to New York, where, dude, I mean, I was in big time the hydroponic farming. You can grow whatever the hell kind of vegetables you want indoors and be very productive at it. There's massive facilities doing it. So you can grow in the wintertime. It's just crazy.
The state of Florida is the third largest beef producer in the United States, and 94% of it goes to Brazil.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely
It's
crazy.
insane.
And this is what they're trying to
We ship
do.
all our shit out. We won't produce our own oil. We have more anywhere in the world, and we won't use our own. That's why we're going to deplete the rest of the world, right? Is that the thing?
Yeah. This elite cult that's running the world is literally trying to destroy America. They have been for years. It's crazy, man. And people are just asleep at the wheel. Doing what? Watching basketball games, watching football games. They keep people locked down in 9 to 5s. You got 5 kids. You're worried about that. I mean, it's just crazy how America's set up. Just to keep you totally distracted so they can fleece. They can fleece everything. It's insane. People are getting smart, though. People are waking up to all this. And that's what I like to say anymore. People are waking up. The whole woke thing, crazy. The term woke and the rainbow got hijacked. Let's see here.
We shouldn't talk politics early.
Yeah. We started out with a bang today. We're blowing air horns.
No Rambo?
By boom, by the bam.
Somebody's got a new toy.
We got a soundboard. And we can add sounds.
Got my Casio piano, boys.
Your Casio. Oh, we were talking Casio earlier today. What was that yesterday? Oh, Jesus. Just when I didn't think it could get any lower.
Are you blowing quacks back at me, Warlord?
There's someone else also quacking in here.
Somebody else?
But I don't know who.
Oh, what the?
I am. I'm one.
Oh, God, now we're in trouble. P-Funk's got the freaking soundboard.
No, I don't have a soundboard. I said I'm the quack.
Oh, you're the quack. Yeah. Okay.
I just am the quack.
Right?
Might be HUD there on or Yasha.
Well, I'll tell you what we can do.
No. Nothing.
Let's see here. Let's give Bitcoin a stage here real quick. Boop. We'll run a little Coinbase. Let's see what's happening here. Let's get where these new ranges are at. Oh, tight daily range on Bitcoin, huh? Where's the new weekly range? Well, of course, we already tapped it. Bottom side. Let me see here. Hold on. Boy, is this a big weekly range? Ooh, it's massive this week. All right. And, of course, this is exactly what happens. So the bears kept this price action down all weekend. Why? To close below the weekly range. Here's the bottom side of it right here. Open up, nice tight daily, comes down, doesn't even get to the, well, close enough. Bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace, where does it pump to? Where did we get a wick? Right to. Second standard deviation on the 4-hour candle and the bottom of the weekly range. Wick, right to it. Bam. Yeah, this is a great indicator. Great indicator. Now literally went down. What's at 27.1? We already know. That's the top of the monthly. Look what's happening here. Bottom of the weekly, top of the monthly. What's going to happen? Is BTC going to break into the monthly range? Is it going to get back up into the weekly range? Usually is going to want to test the meat of this weekly range. Where is it? Up here above the daily 1SD. We're going to do today. We could. Probabilities say 68.3% chance by the end of the day we don't. So there's that. If we're trading the probabilities, right? Let's take a peek here. I mean, pretty cut and dry. Pretty cut and dry indeed. Already tested the bottom of the weekly, top of the monthly. Now we're just waiting. This last wick right here, right to this tight daily range. Same, the data set's going to trend. Already has to some extent, right? Got a nice couple. There's 3 15-minute candles right to the bottom of the range. Now it pulled back, top of the monthly. What are we doing? We're going to find out. This thing's going to move today. So what can we do? We can put this on traditional. Let's pop Dixie up here like we always do. Let's see what's up with Dixie. Where's Dixie's new range?
Shit.
Come on, VRE, populate. There it is. All right. Look at Dixie. New weekly range. Whammo right here. Bam, bam, bam. Actually moved up a little bit. Dixie opened up the new day, dropped down the bottom side of the 4-hour 68.3 Laplace, range right to the top side, back to the downside. I mean, this is what you see, right? These algos love the distribution. Then we get a pump right to the center of Dixie's new weekly range. 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick, 4 wick, 5 wicks. Woo! I almost started a song there. 5 wicks right into the center of that weekly. Then it charges up to the top side. Rejection, right? Got back down below the daily range. It's dumping out right now. Let's see here. Where's the first support? Oh, wow. I mean, literally almost at the first support level on the weekly. Down here at 101.4. Bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace on the daily. Probably going to get a kick up here, at least momentarily, depending on. We're going to have to look at, since we're on Dixie, get right here. And I also saw something very interesting we're going to get into. I got Crypto Quant up, show you some Bitcoin miner flows. Because, you know, it's not news. It's like on-chain data. When miners sell, if they all, especially if it's coordinated, a lot of these big miners, you know, they're in cahoots. You can get a price drop, right? Get a price drop, get better entries, all kinds of stuff. Let's see here. All right, where are we going? Here we go. Had to take a quick snapshot for our resident goofy. Oh, and I got a main line right to the TV mod. At least that's what it said in the message. Please, sir, if he's in your chat anymore, send us screenshots. It's too late, goofball. I already screenshotted it. He's after you, too, if you don't know. One of the TV mods is after you. So keep it up, man. Keep it up. Okay, let's see here. Let's go over to Dixie. Let me get this on traditional. Bam. All right. Let's see if we got any div cooking here. Clean chart on the 4-hour. Clean chart. Z-score's pretty low. Variance right now on the 4 hours having an outlier. Having an outlier. Where did it start? Right there. Yep, let's see where we're at. Let's blow this up, throw our projection boss on. Let me put this on the daily real quick so I can move this up. There you go. Bam. Now let's go back to 4 hour. It's going to be a little easier to move. There it is. Let's turn off this UPM. I strictly want to see the projection. Right. There we go. Getting close. Getting close. So what is an outlier? Right? The variance outlier that I'm speaking of. An outlier in variance is a fat tail event within the distribution. Second standard deviation move or greater. Or let's use probability levels. Because in this case, we're using a Laplace distribution. 95.4% probability range down here at about 101.35 right now. 101.35, huh? Let's take a peek. See what lines up over here. Come on, TradingView. There you go. 103.5. Man, it's probably down here. First support or second support level on the daily volatility range. Right on top of it. 101.35. 101.35. Pretty damn close, huh? That would be a fat tail event. Now, it can go through. Can go through the 95.4 and go to the 99.7. But the way the probabilities work, literally telling you there's a 95.4% chance, right, during this projection on this 4-hour chart that you're not going to close the 4-hour candle below here. And you will see most times once you come down, hit this level, and then bounce from there, you'll see the outlier. The outlier will end. Okay. Let me let the dog in here. Come on, girl. Get your butt up in here. Come on. All right.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. So 4-hour outlier on Dixie, and that's the outlier I speak of right here, right? Our variance indicator. Kind of flat though, kind of flat. You know, if you have an outlier like this, you see what happens. I mean, you get some nice 4-hour dumps. It's kind of going sideways right now, but you can also see on the VRE where it's at. I mean, I wouldn't be a bit surprised at all if it doesn't make it to the 95.4, right? On that projection on the 4-hour, it's right here about the second support level on the daily. You've got the, so if we're talking about this 4-hour candle, you are moving down to, although we just got a new one. Okay, so bottom side of the 68.3, first standard deviations right in between them. And then on the 4-hour candle, you got the 95.4 Laplace and the second standard deviation right down here, 101.3 area. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Don't feed the troll. Let's see. No, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. Let's see if there is any. Blow this up real quick. Get rid of the projection. See if there's any div building. I mean, you got a little bull div building on the 4-hour. I'm going to see Dixie on the daily. Probably some hidden. Nah, clean chart actually. Yep, clean chart on the daily on Dixie. This thing's just humming. Where's it at? Show me the 90-minute chart. Wow. None there either. None there either. No divs. Not on the daily, not on the 4-hour, not on the 90. What about the 45? Yeah, little hidden taking this down. Just now crossing the zero mean. Look at the returns oscillator. Look at the returns oscillator. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that like to use the RSI. They like lagging indicators. That's fine. People can use lagging indicators if they want. Price action doesn't follow the strength of price action. I got a news flash for you. Anybody out there using the RSI follows the returns. So return oscillator. Look at the correlation. Positively correlated. So we've got a higher high on the returns oscillator, lower high on the Dixie data set. You're seeing the result right here. I will guarantee you 100% that the RSI did not show that divergence. Of course it did. Okay, let's go. Let me see here. What's happening with the volatility? Starting to trend to the downside in the 45-minute. Probably are going to see that fat tail hit. What was that? One more time. What was that? 101.35. 101.35. Let's see if I can get back up above this daily support level. Those things will flip resistance quickly. This is the only real support and resistance. The distribution levels, price action, volatility ranges, everything else, people are drawing lines on data sets using lagging indicators. Yeah, it is what it is. People are going to do what they're going to do. It's okay. They're on the other side of our trades. So take this information with a grain of salt and continue on. Continue on. Let's see. Yeah, that's so 45 had a little bit of the hidden bear. Yeah, we're seeing it on the 33 too. Many stabs. Positively correlated. All the fissures are down. All right, now on the flip side of that, go back over to Bitcoin. So we know where that new weekly is. Let me pop this baby back on BTC. Show people how to really analyze the markets. When you're bringing in Dixie, don't see too many people talking about Dixie, unfortunately. No, that's fine. Leave it to us and the algos. We could care less. Think the high-frequency trading firms are watching the dollar index? Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Probably. I might have first-hand knowledge of that, by the way. Let's see. What's going on? What is going on? All right, I'm going to look and see on BTC 4-hour first. You definitely have some bull div building. You can see the returns oscillator is below the zero mean. There's no correlation. Blow it up just to make sure. Yeah, negative, as a matter of fact. Negatively correlated. Is there any bear div on the top side? You know what? Not at all. Let me see here. No, not at all. Was even a lower high. Yo,
I'm a dumbass.
no, you're not.
Can you please explain the RO and positively and negatively correlated? Now, 2 years later, I think I can switch it on.
all it is, Warlord, is what we did, just like we do with a lot of the indicators. We correlated the RO to the data set, right? And so so when you see divergence moves setting up, when say it's a bull div, right? Say it's a bull div. You've got the returns oscillator crossing the zero mean at some point. That's where you're going to want to see the correlation. It's the zero mean crosses. That's where the moves usually start. I mean, go back and look. It's a no-brainer what's happening here. And this is because what? Price action follows returns. The returns have to cross the zero mean, right? And if they don't, even better.
How do you know?
What's that?
Are they automatically correlated?
Oh, yeah. The indicator? Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's already correlated. There's not a button you have to click on.
No.
Is there?
No, it's built in. It's built in. It's already correlated. Now you can change the correlation length, but I highly recommend whatever length you're using the returns oscillator on. I like to set my correlation the same. So if I'm using a 7 length on or a 7 length, I'll probably use a 7 correlation. Now I'm talking about scalping. A good overall for me on correlation is an 11. All goes back to the number system.
One where it says show alpha squared correlation to price.
Yes.
Alpha squared length.
Yep.
So you do 7s on these, right?
Yes. Or wait a minute. Let me see here.
What do you use, African, on that?
Where is my line? Boom, boom, boom. Alpha flag blashes. Alpha score threshold. 10. Boom.
Same.
7.
Yeah. See, I've got mine on a 7 right now. But if I bump this up, if I'm up on a daily or above, just like the RMLR, right? The correlation on that, I like having those set on an 11. I like those, like my 11 lengths on an 11. The 30 I keep on 11 because I don't want a 30 length on that. And I like to see the predictors on both flipping at the same time too. Hi, dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. All right, let's go here. Perfect. And now...
So, can I ask, would you be able to just open up the RO so that I can just guess what's going on? Like if I see a green line and it's positively correlated, that means up. If I see a green line and the thing is red, that means the increase in returns are not correlated. So...
What? I've lost.
Yeah, if it's negatively correlated... When you see a negative correlation when it's crossing the zero mean, you're probably not going to see the move you're looking for. The div is not going to play out at that time. That's what I look for. I look when the div is setting up and the returns oscillator is crossing the zero mean. That's when I'm looking for the correlation. Now, I'm not saying that if the returns oscillator is coming up from the bottom and it's positively correlated, you could see a move. I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 times the move is going to happen when you cross the zero mean. Which it makes sense, right? The returns are moving to the top side of the mean or to the bottom side of the mean.
Yeah, and this clears, I see, this clears you for that mean reversion because sometimes it can get denied or whatever. And then if it's positively correlated on the mean reversion, you know it's got the strength of the legs until it's not. Kind of thing.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
So like, let's say we have there's a RO here, very like pizza sliced one. So it mean reverted up, we hit the outlier to the upside, then came back down. I don't care what price did. I'm just caring about the RO. Yeah.
Are you sharing your screen somewhere?
No.
You're
I'm just staring at your aura.
Right.
Okay, cool.
I just switched it.
I'll go play with it.
For
so
sure.
like for here, for example, would you expect, so it's mean reverting down, it's on the 33 minute. Let's just say, right, there's 20 minutes to go, so it doesn't matter if we're wrong.
Right.
So it's mean reverting down, so that's a short signal. That's what I would get on and back everything else.
Right.
And then we have, now I want to use the RO, so we're waiting for that thing to go green. So it's mean reverting, and then it needs to be positively correlated. They don't get the legs out of here, should it? What's this that you see?
That's what I'm doing here. I'm just giving you a good example. Let me see here. So look at the RO right here below the zero mean, right? That's this data set. All those little points are the data set right here when it was going sideways. Well, now you have a lower high here. So here's the lows below the zero mean. You got the high above the zero mean. Returns oscillator is crossing right now. There is no, let me see the correlation. Let me blow it up. Yeah, no correlation. If this was a blue candle behind there, this would be dumping out. Instead, it's just, what's it doing? Just floating down. Why is it floating down? For everybody out there that likes to be combative in the comments, which that is another trading view violation. I've already snapshotted it. You're supposed to support the streamers, not be combative. So you're contracting volatility. Look at the correlation. Correlation broke. Price action's floating down. If you see this move right here get correlated, when's this 33-minute candle close? 18 minutes. Let's see what happens when this thing closes. It's going to be interesting. If you see a positive correlation, yeah, did we just get? I just saw a negative candle pop up. So yeah, it's a struggle right now. What is it? 33. Let me go to the 15-minute. Let's go even lower. Yeah, look at all the bull div or bear div. Look at all the bear div. But look, when you cross down the zero mean right here, there's no correlation. So this thing barely had a little spill out. I mean, that's what, 37, not even $100. All right, just going sideways right now. It is looking like it wants to go down. Look, volatility. I mean, we're having an outlier on the 15-minute. All right, the low length volatility percentile is crushed at 0. Grades at 0. I mean, you've got the 981 and the 2400. They're just kissing right now. Beautiful.
2 minutes left, so that's good.
Yeah, let's see what happens here on the 15-minute chart. But I never actually, let's go up here real quick. And they're pretty much from the high. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, there was bear div. But look, I mean, it crossed right here. Zero mean, nothing. There's no correlation. Look where it turned down right here. See this little rejection off the zero mean? Look at the correlation behind that move. It doesn't always have to be div. Was it in this case? Yes. Underneath the zero mean too. So you got a lower high. You got a higher high right there because there's where the peak, boom, right here. Let me see. Yep, a little bit. Not as strong as I like to see, but it definitely played out below. So when you're above or below the zero mean and the returns oscillator makes a move, just look at the correlation. That's all you got to do. Look at the volatility bands around the Fisher on the daily, really tight. And you are down here. You've got 2 by the 2 SD band. Actually, this has got room to move still. I mean, you are at a 2 SD band, so you can turn, but yeah, it's all about probabilities. There's still a slight probability this thing can go down. Well, I can't wait to get off this stream. I'm going to get in touch with this TV guy, get this guy handled once and for all. Let's see here.
Can we pop it on the 5 minutes?
What's that?
To see.
What?
Can we pop it on the 5 minute for like 3 seconds?
Well, I got a 6-minute up. How's a 6 for you?
Whichever works best.
Okay, gotcha.
So this is the 33. Yeah, so that's coming through. That's backing the 33 idea.
Yeah, here it is.
Is dumping. Yeah. This thing looks like it sure wants to send it to the downside for a longer term.
Well, just right here. This is part of the data set right here. The returns oscillator was setting up hidden bear. Across the zero mean, it's positively correlated. So we're seeing this pull back again, right? Contracting, positively correlated. The predictor's saying to the downside, all the Fishers are down, and you're having an outlier, right? And you're having an outlier. We don't use lagging indicators here at Alpha Trading. No, we do not. We need good information. That's what trading's all about. Information, size, and speed, right? Got to have good information or just throw it all in the toilet. Throw it all in the toilet. And there's the market open. Let's whip over here to SPY. Let's whip on the SPY, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on here. Traditional. Let's see where this new range is at. That's That's right. All right. So SPY opens up below its new weekly range. Here it is right here. Bottom side, what is that? 412. Yep. 412.45 top side. So we got about a 40 cent weekly range. Pretty tight. And immediately, right? What are you doing? You open up the new day right at the top side of the daily. Here's the daily range. The data set right now is in between the weekly and the daily range. Let's see here. Interesting. Right before the close last week, it bounces off that daily first support level and runs it up above last week's weekly. This is what literally the SPY bulls were trying to get this data set to close above where the new weekly was gonna. The bears weren't having anything to do with it. They pushed it down. And this is what you see. All right. They wanted the data set to open up below the weekly. This gives them a little help. So we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, Dixie's weak. There's no doubt about it. The dollar is weak. We'll look at a couple Forex pairs here at some point. Okay, popping. Let me go over here. So what have we got the top side? I mean, early morning, like as soon as this popped, 411, 412. I mean, you could have probably been looking at, to be honest, this is all so tight. I don't know if I would have made a move, to be honest. Let me get the brokerage account up real quick so I can get some prices.
We just took SPY to the center just now.
Right.
Short?
That first minute.
Yeah, right. Shorted it just a little bit, not much, but yeah, it did. It ran a wick right into the gut of it for sure. And then, let me see here. Let me pop this up.
Sell it. You're killing NASDAQ. The futures are dropping like a rock.
Are they now?
Yo, hit the horn when you take your profit, punk. Because I heard you hit the horn when you entered the trade. That is such a good idea.
I'm short, brother. I had 60 on the futures as the top.
Well, let me reload this.
Try to get some in.
Yeah, let me reload this chart real quick. Yeah, why I'm popping on the zero DTs. Let's see here.
By the way, thanks for putting that chart combo thing on the I copied and pasted that. This one you're putting up now.
Oh boy. Okay, trading view. There we go. Let's populate.
Yeah, every shit slowed it today, dude. Big time, bro.
Wow.
Shit running.
Yeah, Monday. Trying to populate these indicators too, man. This chart specifically, this is drawing some this is, put it this way, it's wheezing the juice, man.
Dude, we have a beer named that.
Dude, what is this doing? Come on, load
There's
up.
There's a beer called Wheezing the Juice. It's hilarious.
Beer.
It's a citrus IPA.
Oh, nice. Okay, what is happening here? There we go. Let's populate. All right, SPY. Let's get a quick look here. Yeah, dollar bounced right off the bottom side of the 68.3. Of course it did. Making a charge back up into this weekly. Let me see something here. No div early, man. This thing's let me look at the 15-minute. Yeah. Got a little hidden bull. Positively correlated right now on the top side too. Not having an outlier. Look at the variance, so it's positively correlated. Right, and this variance indicator, you're never going to see it go below zero. Variance. What is variance? Spreaded data around the mean. Right? So, that being said, when you correlate an indicator, a non-directional indicator like this, when you correlate it to price action, for everybody out there stuck in their ideology about how they should be trading, this when data spreads from the mean and you correlate it to price action, it's going to give you direction, just like volatility. All right, this is a total cheat sheet for traders. All right, so it's great that we have people that come in, and apparently they like to waste their time, sit in our chat, right, and disagree with everything we say, but at the same time, we want to reach out and thank you for the view, right? It's awesome, and plus stick around. We'll probably have you flip before you know it. Let's see here. Having an outlier just popped up on the 15-minute. I could see this now. Could probably go to the top side of the weekly and see what happens there. But then you got the first resistance level in the daily volatility range, top side of the 68.3. If I would have looked at that chart before and saw the hidden and the positive correlation, as soon as the market opened, might have went up there at a 414, 413. Not bad.
What,
Not bad.
call?
Wow. Yeah, call. But yeah, I mean,
So you would have had 10 seconds to do it.
Yeah, it would have been. That's where.
Yeah. But seriously, man, those things flew instantly.
But it's like you got the daily range here, weekly here. So, you know, what was my first thought? What did my gut tell me? Sit. This is not a good spot. You want to see what happens. Can the data set get above the new weekly, or is it going to break down below the daily? I mean, in my opinion, unless you're scalping pennies, right? 10, 20 bucks, there's nothing here, man. There's nothing here right now.
It only moved 8 cents.
Yeah.
14 only moved 8 cents.
All right.
No, I like the downside today, dude.
Then look at NASDAQ's minis. I mean, you got the bottom of the daily.
They just ripped, right? Yeah, they just ripped. See that?
And you got the bottom of the weekly here. You just literally opened up the candle, sent a wick to the bottom of the daily, pumped it up to the bottom of the weekly. It's just sitting here.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
S&P minis.
Yep.
It's everything right now is in between a daily and a weekly range. There's no trades right now.
They say that the SPY range and the Q range is the tightest it's been in 3 years this month.
Yeah, I'm seeing
the
it.
Actual range.
Right. Well, we can break it down even farther because we're populating these volatility ranges. So it's like, yeah, I would have to agree. Whatever kind of range they're talking about, we look at things way differently, right? Than most. That's for damn sure. We definitely look at things differently. But that's why we are who we are. Okay. Pull all this down so I can get a good peek. Bitcoin, super tight daily range. Goodness gracious. Didn't even notice. $9. $9 range on an asset that's worth $27,600. Pretty powerful. What's that telling you? That Bitcoin is going to trend. Tight daily range, trend. Wide daily range, you're going to range. That's all you're going to do. And usually it's going to be within that daily. Maybe you hit the 68.3 Laplace. That's why we love over. And look at the daily range. It is right smack dab in the middle of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range on the daily. It'd be interesting to see what happens when this gets up here. 27,775 area. Let me see here. He said, I'm going to show you in the RMLR what happened here, though. So we get this spill out on what day? Was it April 23rd or April 19th? Is that when the big sell-off was? April 21st. Look at the miner outflow right here on the 21st. This is what I was going to show. That's what I was going to show. The miners, yeah, they sold a lot of Bitcoin right there on the 21st. Man, look, and the drop preceded it. Insider information there? Possibly. Hey, the miners are going to sell. I'm selling. Some big boys sold off before the miners did. That was very noticeable there. Let me see here.
They sold all day common sats. Now that they can figure out how to collect them.
You know what? Good point. Yeah, there's this thing called ordinals happening on BTC, which is absolutely fascinating, bringing some excitement into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is what Bitcoin is, right? It's a very secure blockchain. It's very slow. It's a store of value, in my opinion. I've said this before. If crypto had mass adoption tomorrow and you could go to the grocery store, right, and everything flipped, you think I'm going to use Bitcoin to buy a loaf of bread? No, I'm going to use Cardano. I'm going to use Solana. I'm going to use Ethereum, something of that nature. Dogecoin to be a great, just common, right? Just something to spend. That's how I see it. And so is what the ordinals are doing.
All those to go on if it goes like that.
With the Taproot upgrade on Bitcoin, went from 1 megabyte to 4 megabyte. Where's Craig Wrong at? I'm sure he's crying somewhere. Jesus, poor guy. So with the Taproot upgrade,
He's fending off the latest. He's trying to fend off the latest lawsuits, probably.
Probably.
Or trying to sue somebody for including the white paper in Macintosh computers.
Speaking of white paper, Catalina whale mixer. What was it? The 101st rare sat. They literally, and I'm talking about, there was 100 rare sats inscribed on. Catalina whale mixer had about 20 or 30 of them, but the 101st one, they literally inscribed the Bitcoin white paper on that rare Satoshi. That'll be auctioned off at some time here in the future. But yeah, good stuff.
That's cool.
It's super cool, man. So it's forever inscribed on the Bitcoin blockchain. Really neat. If you understand Bitcoin, right? It's really cool. What's going on? It's bringing some excitement into Bitcoin. Wait until these Bitcoin maxis get on board with ordinals, because what Bitcoin is a store of value, in my opinion. And so you've got all these other chains that have had NFTs, right? Digital art on blockchain. Well, they're non-fungible tokens. These ordinals are not non-fungible. So that's why you got to be really careful and you don't mix these Satoshis up. That's why a lot of these new wallets that are handling all this are segmented, where they'll have ordinal addresses, which are Taproot addresses. And then they have SegWit addresses where you want to store your Bitcoin. And then when you have an ordinal, you send the ordinal Satoshis to the Taproot address. You don't want to mix them up. It's trouble. Trust me, you end up losing them. People are already doing it. People are already doing it because, and this is what I'm trying to change, is that people are continuing to call these ordinals NFTs. They're not NFTs, and people are finding out the hard way that they are not NFTs. They're spending a lot of money on these things and losing them because they're not paying attention. Imagine people not paying attention in the crypto space. It's like a given, right? It's like a given. There's a lot of.
I mean, they are effectively non-fungible in the sense you can't just trade them one for one, right? Like you could, but people don't, right?
Oh, you can. Yeah. Therefore, you can spend these things.
Can. People don't, but people don't spend one Satoshi to buy an ordinal, right?
No, but what people? No. They cost hell. They cost more than that, and is what people aren't realizing.
Right, so fungible. But fungible means you can swap it for the same thing, for like that any Satoshi is worth one Satoshi, right? That's what fungible means.
Yeah,
so
but
ordinals are non-fungible because they have unique content on them, right?
You can trade those out for another Satoshi all day long. What are you talking about? That's why the wallets are segmented, so you don't mix the Satoshis.
You can. Yeah, but if you have an ordinal on a Satoshi, you're not likely to sell it for one Satoshi, right?
No, that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that you can spend them. They're not like NFTs.
Oh yeah, you can definitely spend them. 100%. That's true. You can.
That's why.
In that sense, that's true. But they have extra value added content on them, which makes them worth more. And in that sense, they're not fungible in the sense of they're not just worth one Satoshi. Right, they're worth whatever the market will pay for them.
Well, and what is art? Art's in the price of art is in the eye of the beholder, right? So these things could be worth nothing, but I just saw somebody the other day, or was it yesterday, spend $3,000 on one. I'm pretty sure.
Right, so, which means that's not a fungible Satoshi. That's a market value Satoshi.
Well, no market. No, there is no. Nah, I mean, there is no market value right now. They're brand new. I mean, that's why some people are putting value on this stuff. Some aren't. There's not like some market value, in my opinion. Is there going to be? Oh, heck yeah! The more people that get involved. Just the other day, there was only 1 million inscriptions. In the last week,
right,
doubled, or now there's like 1.5. I mean, they are taking off. They are taking off. And some of these collections have real. I mean,
they're not NFTs in the traditional sense, like where it's just a token added on to a Ethereum blockchain or a whatever blockchain. That in that sense, yes, but they are, in the sense, non-fungible because they're not just worth the price of the Satoshi. for whoever is willing to buy or sell them other values, right?
I mean, right now it's all speculative, right? In my
Yeah,
opinion.
sure.
Of course.
But people are paying more than one Satoshi. You just said somebody spent $3,000 or whatever on one Satoshi, which is, I mean, that's
Yeah, but
wow,
you
know.
Yeah, but at the same time, is what I'm saying though, is that people are under the assumption that these are NFTs and they're not. And people are screwing up and they're taking that ordinal and they're sending it to like a SegWit address. And then that Satoshi gets mixed into the pool.
NFSs. They're non-fungible Satoshis, not non-fungible tokens.
How are they non-fungible?
I mean, by definition. Well, fungible just means you can swap it one for one for whatever it's worth, and you could technically swap.
You can do that. You can do that all day long.
Yeah,
I already know people that have just swapped. I already know people.
Okay. So they swap
one Satoshi ordinal for another one Satoshi. Just trading them, dude. They're very fungible.
Right, just like you can swap an NFT for an NFT, but
it's a Satoshi.
People that place additional value on them, like speculative value, obviously, but still, it's a value, and it's whatever the market's willing to pay for it. Right?
Especially right now,
whatever the seller is willing to sell it for, really, because it's up to the seller to sell it, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying though, you're saying they can't just be swapped one to one, and they can, 100% they can.
No, I'm saying they can be, but people don't generally swap one for one ordinals. If you spent $20 to inscribe it, it's not worth just one Satoshi anymore. It's worth $20 plus one Satoshi at least.
That's what I'm saying. How is that going to define what it is? I mean, that's just people speculating. Well, I think this is what it's worth. When in all actuality, it's worth one Satoshi. But what's inscribed on it? Is somebody going to put value on that? But I'm just saying, people, you can swap one for one all day long and spend it. That's the whole thing. These can be spent. They can be spent and lost.
Yeah. Sure, they can be spent. Absolutely.
But spent where?
You
can spend Bitcoins anywhere, man. There's a lot of places you can spend Bitcoin.
I know Bitcoin you can do that.
Okay, look.
Is you're just saying these ordinals are like
this is a silly.
I have no idea.
This is an absolute silly argument.
Satoshis are Bitcoin. No, it's not an argument. Satoshis are units of a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
Okay.
And they can be spent. If you send a Satoshi that has an inscription on it from your Taproot address that this is where the ordinals are held, and the wallets are segmented so these Satoshis don't get mixed together. Because if you send that ordinal that's on a Taproot address into a SegWit address, it's Gandhi. The chances of you
right. Yep.
Yeah, because we know Satoshis are. I'd love to see you know what would be cool? Seeing an interactive map of every single Satoshi, like just a worldwide map of all the Satoshis moving around. That would be absolutely wild. Or like, how they do the blockchain, where
there is. Have you seen that thing? It's got like these hex-shaped things. It's pretty cool, actually. I think what's his name? The co-founder of Apple. He set one up. It's pretty cool. It shows you the blockchain and all the Satoshis all the Bitcoins and Satoshis and stuff being moved around. It's not a worldwide map exactly, but it's like a hex-shaped map of a blockchain. It's pretty neat. It shows you all the transactions. It's like kind of 3D-ish. It's kind of pretty trippy. I'll try to find the link for that and share it. It's really neat.
Just like, what is that? TX Street. That thing, I'll tell you what, is fun. If you guys haven't went to TX Street and just watch it, I mean, it's actually hilarious too. When you see some of the little characters, it's like, oh my God, these guys are these guys trolling us?
Plus, you can see the long queues of the ETH versus Bitcoin. The long queues to get in the buses. It's amazing.
It is. It's wild.
And of course, ETH always has longer queues, and then they just move faster. That's the whole point. But
right.
Bitcoin always has a long queue too.
Right. But my whole point is that in the first person I have seen say to the contrary, Binance just put out an article and said that these ordinals are similar to BTC. Everybody else is calling them NFTs. That's my point, is like, people already are having enough trouble in the crypto space trying to navigate it. All right. Cause I mean, it's like, it's literally turned me into a techie nerd. All right. I mean, no offense to any techie nerds. I'm one now too, but it's wild where if people think these things, because they're already so reckless with their NFTs, people lose them, burn them, do silly stuff. And now they're literally, these ordinals are inscribed on one single Satoshi. That can, if that gets mixed in with your SegWit address, it's just gone. That's a point I'm kind of making it. There needs to be a definition. People need to realize that, look, these can be spent. And I mean, there are people spending a lot of money. I mean, like the whale chew. They took like the Pokemon, took the whale, what the hell's its name? Pikachu. Yeah, they took Pikachu and made the whale out of it, and it sold for 1 Bitcoin in the auction, and that was like right before the mint. So pretty good. I mean, so somebody.
Well, that just shows that.
It's also on a rare sat. And what else they've done is they've got this guy that's hunting sats. I mean, you've got to think about it. You need to build an algorithm that is literally searching every Bitcoin transaction looking for rare Satoshis. That's how these people are building these algos, and looking for old sats where they bought, I don't know how many they bought, but it's literally, it was day 9 of Bitcoin. It's a 2009 block where they bought Satoshis in it. And so they've got some inscriptions on some 2009 sats, but is what they didn't realize, you should see. So what's a Satoshi worth? Just a minimal fraction of a penny. I mean, it is like 0.00000, right? There's a lot of zeros. It's a fraction of a penny. But do you know what the TX was? The fee to send that 1 Satoshi? Because the miners have to pull so many outputs to go back to 2009. Dude, it cost like on the average, I think it was like $7. So people are like, whoa, the Ethereum gas fees. I'm like, break that math down. I mean, this 1 Satoshi was worth like fractions of a penny, and it cost $7 to send it. So you think the miners are liking ordinals? They will. Because people are just sending around single Satoshis and paying, right? I mean, what was the average? What was the average we were paying? Wasn't it like $2 Warlord or something? I think a $2 fee just for a regular one. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, they're cool. See how fast this shit sidetracks me too? Am I speculating on ordinals? Yeah, I like them a lot. They're really cool. And they're going to take off. Oh, where I was getting, the point I was getting to before. BTC is the king. It's a store of value. I think it's going to be the biggest store of value for digital art too at some point. And it's permanent. You can never change it. And so when people are taking like NFTs and gamifying them and stuff, that's what like Solana and Ethereum and Polygon, those change, because you can change things, gamify stuff, upgrade traits, do all that fun stuff. Makes you feel like a kid again. Makes you feel like a kid again. And what? Yeah, getting some claps. Meanwhile, SPY ran 2 wicks right to the top of the weekly. I mean, right to it. So here it is. What's going to give? This is what I've been wanting to see. But I'm telling you, these the weekly and daily right here, you get above the weekly, you've got the 68.3 Laplace right above it, second resistance level for the daily. You get below, you've got first standard deviation on the 4-hour candle, first support level on the daily. Let me see here. I'm thinking the top side's got more. Okay, come on now. Man, trading view. There we go. Yeah, there's a first standard deviation. What is that for? Let me see here. Yeah, 409, right around the 410 area. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But I'm looking for 15-minute candles to close above the weekly or below the daily. And then I'm going to be looking for some div plays. This is a tricky day. To be honest, I don't even know if I'd be trading it. I'm actually not at the moment. Maybe the afternoon session. Maybe the afternoon session, because I'm telling you right now, the minis, SPY, they're going to have to get through these weekly ranges. And if that happens, yeah, man, could see a move. Could see a move indeed. Crypto, I see crypto bouncing back big time. Let me show you why. We were talking about it all last week. Did it happen? Of course it happened. Of course it happened. Always does. There's the UPM. So we were literally talking about on the daily, right? Bitcoin charges up outside of the power mean band, gets back up inside it. Literally a couple times tried to drop down to test the wave trend. Wasn't having it. Had one more pump outside. There's the wave trend test. Right? There's the wave trend test. And it's at the bottom of the power mean band. So what's going to happen here? Is this thing going to pump to the top of the power mean band again? Over 30K? Could possibly. You got a lot of resistance from these log MAs now. But considering you're at the bottom, you're finding support on the wave trend. And in my opinion, Bitcoin's bullish. Still bullish. Everybody's like, oh, now the bear market's going to continue. Show me why. Show me why you think that. Show me why you think that. Let's see here. All this bear div was setting up too. That's why I kept saying, look, on the daily, this wave trend is going to get tested. This wave trend will get tested. It did. Let me see here on the 4-hour. And that is the reverse wave trend. That is the reverse wave trend. Let me see up here at the top. Yeah, it was daily, man. There wasn't even any up here. It was hidden, right? It was hidden. Hidden bear. Here's the data set up. Here's the high, lower high. There's the higher on the returns oscillator. Really surprised when it crosses zero mean here, you didn't get a massive drop. Why didn't you? There's no correlation. Look where the correlation popped right at the bottom when it was still dropping. Then you got the drop. But now you were outside the power mean band on the 4-hour to the downside. Here's the wave trend up here, about 28.5 area, a little lower, 28.4. So do I think that's going to get tested? Absolutely. Absolutely. Here at some point. Data set could go sideways until they meet up. But more times than not, and this pump on the weekend was going for it, right? We got back up to 28K and it sold off to the bottom of the power mean band again. But mean reversion happens. We know that. And the price action will follow the returns. Price doesn't mean revert, right? Log returns do. This is why we use what we use. Let me see if the daily volatility changing at all. Yeah, it's contracting. Now it's starting. The correlation just broke too with the daily open. The daily open correlation just broke. But immediately it's setting up, right? From this data set, it's already setting up hidden bear. You got the Z-score on the downside, right? We're down here in these lower confidence intervals. All the fishers are still down. So yeah, nothing's happening yet. This is where you're going to really have to use a workflow. The 4-hour fishers are all up, but they are definitely not in lockstep together. I like to see them all together when you get some nice moves. That's when you get some nice moves. We're right over here. All right. Right now, a little scattered. Volatility, okay, what's happened? Flat. Need some volatility to come in. Let me see here. Let's take a peek. Yeah, like I said earlier, these charts on Bitcoin, they are clean. Yep, no div there. No. I mean, this thing is very clean. And what's that tell me? There's not an imbalance in the buy and sell pressure. I'm going down through this workflow, and maybe it's because we're just coming out of the flat weekend. Could be. There we go. There's some bear div. Let's see what happens on this 33, 18 minutes. It's getting ready to cross the zero mean. It's already positively correlated too. Look at it. Getting a nice little candle. And here it comes. You always want to expand these indicators too to see exactly how strong it is, because you can't really tell, right? I mean, it looks strong. You expand it and you really see it. And that is definitely a higher high. And where are you? You're out back to the wave trend. 27.5. I mean, we're talking $80. That's how scalps work though. But am I entering on a 33 minute? Absolutely not. But I'm seeing this div, seeing the div set up. All the fishers are up though. It's definitely not trending. Random walk. the predictor is to the top side. Volatility is just flat. Flat, flat, flat. Let's see, on the 15. Yeah, on the 15 minute though, no local div. It's on that 33, and it was earlier. So even on the bottom side, no div. Even on the 9 minute, that was a nice little move right here. That's why I was saying on the 33, that could pull back to what, 27.550? Like right in here, right in this area. Let's see the 6 minute. Nothing, man. Nothing. And look, I mean, the 6 minute, literally. Previous candle crossed down the zero mean. No correlation right now. None at all. But you've seen the negative correlation was decreasing the whole time. And the gig's about up. What's this doing on the 6 minute? It's already starting to build some hidden bull. You're getting a lower low right now. Is it set? No, it's building. Until I see that returns oscillator turn up, right? That's what I'm looking for. But then again, look, what's getting ready to happen on the 6 minute? How long? Let's see. Not really that bad. It crossed right here. Crossed right here. Getting ready to cross back up. We all know what happens. The wave trend Fisher cross. Surprise. Let's see. Let's see when this closes. What, 4 minutes? If this gets positively correlated, it could come down and test it. Look right where it's at. 27.5 area. Top side of the power mean band. Right? We already saw on the 33 that number. What is down there? 27.5. Yeah, 4 hours, 68.3. Actually, I mean, 27.582. Got this. The bulls ran it up above this tight daily range right here. If you can stay above it, I could see Bitcoin doing a 1 SD move. Back up over 28. Back up over 28. But I'm looking at this 6 minute. These crosses love to get tests on these low time frames. Right? And you're outside the power mean band here. Finally retested the wave trend. Found support on the 9 log MA. Pumped it right to the Fisher. Rejection off the Fisher. Right? Right back into the wave trend. A wick down to the bottom of the power mean band. Then it bounced. Just pumped right off of it. Pumped right off of it. Yeah. This is coming in hot probably. I mean, you shot way outside. It's a no-brainer seeing them pull back. There's no div, though. The only div setting up is the hidden bull, like I said. And right now, nice slow contraction. The correlation broke a couple candles ago, and it's positive. It's positive. Right? The trend to the top side on the 6 minute. Look where the trend stopped. Right? It's a 2 SD band. Predictor flipped 1 candle later. Now the predictor saying down. Volatility is contracting, positively correlated. 1 Fisher's down. Let's see if they all go down. But this is, look what, why? Why isn't this dumping out? Number one, there's no correlation. There's no correlation on the, so it's price action falling returns. Price action's dipping down, but it's definitely, I mean, look, coming from the top above the volatility band, that was positively correlated. This thing would already be back down here. Yes, it would. Now 2 Fishers are down. Got a minute and a half. Yeah, this baby's going to come down. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I was like, you had the outlier at the top side, then variance is coming down negatively correlated. That's holding this data set up. But now look, the correlation's trying to break, right? Positive correlation coming down. The data set's going to float down. And let's see if this turns up. When the variance turns up. Well, how do you know it's going to turn up? Because that's what variance does. Variance is the spread of the data around the mean. The standard deviation of returns is volatility. Yes, indeed it is. So yeah, this would be a nice little test right here. 27.5 area. I like it. I like it indeed. What's SPY doing? Just ranging in the weekly. Boop, there we go. I'm telling you, man. I mean, this isn't a super tight daily. It's tight enough to trend, though. Really is. Tight enough to trend. What is it, about 50 cents? Yep. 50 cent range. That's why, Bitcoin, way tight. This thing is going to trend today. Let me see. How much have we had? Yeah, it's on its way. A trend doesn't mean it has to. This thing could trend to the top and to the bottom side in a daily candle. I'd like to see a 1SD move. And by the end of the day, we're going to get one, top side or the downside. That's what that usually tells me too. Look for at least a first standard deviation move when you get a tight daily range. Could top and to the bottom. We're already seeing it almost happen. Got close. All right. Let's get some other perspectives. Let me see here. Who's all in here? I know what HudSpy wants to look at. We are rejecting off the top side of that weekly, though. SPY is, but I'm telling you, there's not a trade here. Unless you're taking tiny little scalps from the weekly to the daily. I mean, it's almost the same point, right? We got 412. It's all in the same range. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like a trade there. Let me see here.
You want to look at one? Look at DraftKings, DKNG.
Okay. I'm looking for a skew real quick here in this 0 DTs. Let me see.
You're doing something else, yeah.
412.50. Let me see the 1SDs. Man, there's none at all. No skew at all, man. This is legit today.
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you say, DraftKings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think on the upside?
What's that ticker again? You know what? I've got that in my deal.
Dog King Nancy Girl.
One more time.
Dog King DKNG.
NG. There we go.
Nancy Girl. Dog King Nancy Girl.
There we go. Hello. Let's go to a daily. Oh, it's running. Outside the power mean band. Probably coming back.
Yeah.
Wow, no div though. No correlation. No correlation on the cross on the 0 mean. A little bit of positive correlation. Let me see. Yeah, starting right now. Excuse me. That last low was pretty low. I don't know if this is going to set up any hidden bull anytime soon with the deviation band right here. It could. It could. Could indeed. Got one fisher down. Yeah, this thing looks about spent. Looks like the trend's trying to end.
Okay. Yeah.
Volatility's expanding, negatively correlated. All the volatility's low, though. What is this, a daily on DraftKings? What's this for? Yeah. Yeah. Whoops. What did I just say? Let me go back to daily real quick.
I appreciate it.
But look, last time it was outside the power mean band. Right? This looks real similar. Look how long it took to check up on the wave trend. Took quite some time. Weeks.
Yeah.
Weeks. Hell. Damn near a month, probably. So this thing could run, but at the same time, look how tight the power mean band is. Look how tight it is. It's pretty bullish looking, too. I mean, you come back down to 18, 19 bucks. Test this area.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe let it come back down and then look at it.
This could actually go sideways because this power mean band's getting ready to pop on the. So let's look at the 4 hour now. Same thing, but you see how the 4 hour is starting to expand. The almost identical setup, almost an identical setup. And right here it was setting up hidden bull, right? But and at the beginning, right, these last couple candles, it was positively correlated. Now it's turning back down with bear. Negatively correlated, though. Negatively correlated. Man, these fishers. One fell out of favor. Must have had an argument. All right. Look at the correlation now. On the 4 hour. Wow. 2400's a really low. The 981 and the 525 grade. We need to look at these others. Let me see these other lengths. Correlation anyway. Because you're positively correlated expanding on the low length. Let's see what's going on with the 981. There we go. That would be AVR2. Is it positively correlated? Yes, it is. The 2400 is just starting to expand. Got a 2 percentile read, and it's positively correlated. Wow. And that's what, 4 hour? Okay. That's the 4 hour. Let's drop down. Correlation's getting weak. It's negatively correlated too. So what's that tell me, right? We had the bear div. Many stabs. All these are lower highs. But right here, it got above the zero mean. As soon as it got above the zero mean, right? Look at the correlation. Positive. And it ran up, bounced right off top of the power mean band too. Bounced right off of it. Let's see here. All the fishers are down. Variance coming back, positively correlated. Yeah. All right. Maybe it's just checking up on the top side of this power mean band from what I'm seeing, because all the volatility reads are like, let's go. Look at the Z-score on the 45. I mean, it is buried. No correlation. This thing is setting up hidden. Maybe the fishers bounce down here. But now we're on. There you go. That's what I was looking for. This thing dropped. Look, on the current 45-minute candle, look at the wick right to the 95.4 Laplace, and then the pull back. Now it's down at the bottom side of the 95.4, which leads me to believe this thing could drop to the 99.7, 42. All the volatility. How much time's left in this candle? Oh, 3 minutes. This is where the pullback's coming from. Yep, negative on number 2 and number 3. Yeah, we could be seeing this lower time, this 45-minute. Maybe we come back down. Maybe this comes down to the wave trend now. Volatility saying yay. Let's see how that ages. Go to the 33. We back in the power mean band yet? Having an outlier. There we go. 33-minute, 21 bucks. A little over. But just like the other, I mean, this thing's setting up hidden. All the fishers are down though. I mean, I see a positive correlation here, but I'm also seeing an outlier to the downside. The volatility, that was a little erratic. Yeah, here we go. 15-minute having a big old outlier off some bear div. Nice. This whole run right here on the 15. Bear div. Woo. Negatively correlated though. I would imagine that correlation just flipped negative. Maybe this is just going to bounce off the power mean bands on these low time frames. I want to see if this 15-minute checked up on the wave trend. Yep, it sure did. Perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Maybe a little bounce here. You know what I mean? So that's right.
Look at that wick. It went through the reverse wave trend, but wick right to the bottom of the power mean band. Right to it. Why? Well, returns mean revert. And you come to realize in your trading life that returns mean revert and price action follows returns. This is why we use this and not lagging indicators. Why are they lagging? These are some of the things traditional TA artists don't talk about. Why are they lagging? Do they even know? No, most don't. They just hear people say, hey, your indicators are lagging. What does that even mean? It means that price action's following returns and you're using indicators based on price. Does that make any sense? The high frequency trading firms are, what are the high frequency trading? First, they're like, and then they're like, when they liquidate everybody. That's what's going on. They understand. I don't care what other retail traders or so-called professional traders think about these markets. I care about the high frequency trading firm algorithms. That's what only thing I care about. I could care less what any, other people's analysis. If they're not using the returns, I don't care. If you want to talk about returns, come on in. There's plenty of other people streaming on TradingView with traditional TA, drawing on their charts, having a good old time, being kids again, right? Go for it. Go for it. We're here for the people that really want to become professional traders and trade like these HFT firms. Right, Yasha? Oh, I love our. We don't even have to build a soundboard now.
Yeah, that's my trains.
That nice. P-Funk's got a real soundboard in his backyard.
Yeah, I got the real shit in the background.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Good stuff. So yeah, so on the 15-minute, we did check up on the wager.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
Woo! Big outlier in the 15-minute. But then you reel it in. Doesn't look so big now. All right. That's why you always pull it all in, man. Because if you're local, right? Let me pull it back out. And you're just looking. That you're like, oh wow, oh, it's got to be almost over, right? Well, look, are we setting up any bull div? No, none at all. You got to bring it all in. Be like, oh geez, well, I guess that it's an outlier, but man, it can move. Yeah, variance can go high, man. It can really spread. The data can spread. Ooh, and I know what I wanted to do. Donnie in here? He's not. I'm gonna ask though. Wouldn't it be nice to have just like on Entropy percentile, Entropy to the downside, get some deviation bands on the top side? What do you guys think? I don't know why we don't have them, to be honest. Yeah, that would be good. That'll give us a better idea. And easy. I'm sure they could add that in really quickly. Yes, it's already in code, right? You just got to pull that. Bring it over. Let's go, Alpha Wolf Coders. Okay. DraftKings. Fun. Good stuff. Now what? What is gold? What did metals do? Let me see. When they open, let me go to traditional real quick. Bouncing a little bit. Let's take a peek at gold. Let's go up here. First weekly. Let me get gold up on the VRE here. Peter Schiff, where are you? Tesla. Ooh, struggle busing, man. Struggle. Struggle's real. Everybody's crying on Twitter. Elon took away my blue check mark. I'm not important anymore. Newsflash, you never were important. How's that? There's the truth. Just got your little cults following you around. What's gold bouncing on? 68.3? Is that top side or bottom side? All right, let's give gold its own stage. Trying to drag in Peter Schiff. Come on, Peter. We'll tell you what's up with gold, dude. Wow, daily on the weekly. Gold rejecting off the weekly range. Same thing, right? But the gold bears, they pushed this sucker down to make sure it was going to close below the weekly range. On today, yeah, gold's got its hand full. Gold definitely has its hand full. You're dealing with this tight daily. Look, over here at the beginning, couldn't get up above the bottom. Didn't close one 15-minute candle above the bottom of the daily range. Rejected down, running 4-hour distributions, right? Right here. This is the 68.3 Laplace on that 4-hour candle. There was the new one. It ran it up to where? Above the first standard deviation on that 4-hour candle. But you got the bottom of the weekly, center of the daily. Couldn't close a 15-minute candle above the center of the daily range. Rejection. Now you're bouncing off the 68.3 Laplace. Actually, I could see gold just ranging. Maybe bottom of the daily, bottom of the weekly, and the top and the bottom side of the 68.3. Gold is probably going to range right in here. Why do I say that? Well, it's kind of it's a wide daily range, not super wide, but yeah. Let me see. Let me get a percentage. It's actually probably tight enough for trend, but if it trends, got a newsflash for you. It's going to be to the downside. Yeah, your 0.2. This thing could definitely trend. But very low probability. That's to the top side. There's a 68.3% chance the daily candle on gold closes above 1991. There it is, 1991.81. So look at the 1SDs up at 2010. You're going to have to close some 15-minute candles above the top of the weekly to even think about it. And on this 4-hour candle, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 4 standard deviation. That's a 0.9999 percentile level. There's a 0.0001% chance of seeing closes above. on this 4-hour candle above like $2,006 right in that area. Let's see now. Gold, you've been running, son. Yep, there's a bear div right there. Gold's lucky. I'm telling you, this thing's going to come back. I mean, you're outside the power mean band. Returns mean revert. You're going to hear me say that about 100 times a stream until people realize what's really happening. Across the zero mean right here. You see that? Boom. There was some nice bear div, and there's no correlation. If there was, gold would already probably be at the Fisher. If not, this could be pulling back right now to get a little head start on testing this weekly cross. It's going to happen in a couple of weeks here. And it's going to happen. We talked about this. We've talked about this. Gold being back down under 19 when everybody's like, oh, dollar's weak. Gold's going to the moon. Yeah, well, maybe if gold was really sound money and there was any actual real gold, these people buying paper gold, China's buying all the real gold, or had it all along. I know they fleeced Fort Knox in what, late 70s or something? Everybody's like, oh no, all our gold's in Fort Knox. I'm like, wow. Okay. Is that what you think? No. Highly doubt it. The gold that is at Fort Knox is other countries' gold. And why in the hell would you want the corrupt U.S. government holding your gold in the first place? That's ridiculous in itself. Especially the administration in place right now. Yeah. Wow. Embarrassment. Total embarrassment. Anybody see the gaffes from the week from that Ireland trip?
Oh, yeah. It's incredible, bro.
Oh,
sad.
My God.
Sad, dude.
And my mom's there right now. My mom took off, went with a friend, went to Ireland. I'm like, really? All right, go for it. My mom's got no fear. World traveler, been to every country. She used to own a travel agency. So she's been around. Incredible woman. Incredible woman. Okay. Yeah, gold's going to pull back here. Gold's going to pull back, test this power mean band. I mean, we had the wave trend test right here, and it bounced real nice. I'm waiting for this weekly variance read. So that's the weekly. We know gold is underneath the new weekly range. Yeah, the bear div right here popped this thing down. Look at the correlation. That's what I'm talking about. So, okay, you got a high, lower high. You're waiting for it to cross the zero mean. Look, the correlation was already positive. The end of the up move, right? The end of the up move here on hidden bull, popped it. As soon as it crossed the zero mean to the top side, it was correlated. You got a nice candle, right? Boom. But then it just set up bear div, and when it crossed down, the correlation just got stronger. You flushed right back down into the power mean band, and on the daily hasn't tested the wave trend. It's down here like under 1950. What is that exactly? What's that wave trend at? 1943. Let's see if we get some 1943. Where are you? 1SD? No, even deeper than that. Probably second support level or top of the monthly there. Yeah, it's close. Is that the top of the monthly or is that a resistance level? Nope, top of the monthly range. Top of the monthly range is within a few bucks. So that would make total sense. Come down, test the wave trend on the daily. Hasn't done it yet. And it's a magnet at this point. I'm going to see gold spill out here probably. Look, predictor flip to the downside, random walk. Look at the nice contraction, positively correlated, starting to float down. So you got to keep an eye on this. When this low length volatility expands, is it going to stay positively correlated? If it does, you're going to see a quick move down here. You'll see a nice little quick move down to like 1940, 1943. Ooh, not a good year. Especially if you, post destruction. Let me see here. What are we doing? One of these discords is just going off. I hope it's a sales bot over at CMW or CWM. Can't even speak. But apparently we don't get spring and fall anymore. It's like one day summer, next day winter, summer, winter, summer, winter. insane. I woke up, it was 29. It's like, okay, I guess it's still winter. What the hell's happening here? Can we get summer, please? My poor Anatolian shepherd, I'm petting his face. He had a tick right under his eye. You should have seen me getting his tick out, pulling his skin. I mean, dude, it pulled out so far. He's just like, what are you doing to me? His eyeballs just swimming around. It's like, dude, we got to get this tick out. It was a bummer for him. What do you guys want to look at?
Want to look at plug for me, PLUG?
Plug? Oh yeah, that's that. There you are, plug
Just a
power.
quick one. He just told me to buy the 9.5 calls.
Well, hello. Look at the bull div. Look at the correlation with a bounce off the zero mean. This is when you get some of the best moves. Outside the power mean band. Wave trends at 1150. What did he say to buy?
For 20 cents right now. They're a week out.
Which ones?
Yeah, they're 20 cents on a week out, the 9.5 calls.
No brainer.
Yeah, that's why I'm throwing it out.
Especially,
look good.
Look, it's starting to walk up. Starting to walk up right here. The volatility is contracting, negatively correlated. The predictor flip going back into a random walk. All the fishers are up. And the bull div. Look at the correlation. Yeah.
This one does look good.
In the variance, right? This little walk up to the 9 log MA in the bottom of the power mean band. Variance is contracting, negatively correlated. And this is on a daily.
10 calls. Good, man. The 10 calls were 3 cents. They're now 8.
Yeah. Dude, I'd almost.
4 days.
How much are the 12s?
The $12 ones?
Yeah, the $12.
Strike price of 12. Shit, there's nothing.
Oh, there's not even. Okay.
11.5 a penny.
Wow.
But that, and then if you go a week past that, if you go to the 5th, the 11.5 are 5 cents. 12.
And this is a daily chart, and you're talking next week. I mean, that might be just for a YOLO, right? Because that's right where, but in a couple weeks, you're going to have it down. The 11's definitely the best call, probably.
Yeah, that's 7 cents for a week from Friday. Week 5th. Yeah, a week from Friday.
Now you got me looking at these suckers. Let me see here. I'm going to do that after. Yeah, we're talking weeks out. I'm going to check that out. I do. I kind of like that trade. Good point. Look at the Z-score, though. Z-score is pretty high on the daily. It already is pretty high, but we know it's going to happen at some point. This reverse wave trend will get tested, and you're getting the bull div off the bounce of the zero mean, and all the fishers are up. DLP, look at this. I mean, you're having an outlier on the DLP, and it's just a squat, little bitty guy. He's just a tiny fella, ready to explode. Interesting indeed. That's what I love about the community. And that's another thing about this community, and we were talking about it in the founders chat, is like, you don't see too many where it doesn't matter who you are, man. You want to come join our Discord? You want to come into the live stream in the Discord? You can ask questions, right? You can just pop in. Hey, got a question. You want something to look at? We'll go look at the asset, right? We want inclusivity here at Alpha Trading. We want you guys to be able to come in here and ask questions and learn. For sure. Okay, so that was the daily. What's this 4-hour unplug look like? Having an outlier too, man. And look at all the bull div on the 4-hour. At correlations building positive. Where's the wave trend up here? Be at about 11. That's about 10.2. The 12's up here at the Fisher. Yeah, I like that 11. And if you do get in on 11, you might be you're not going to be in that trade very long, in my opinion. This outlier plays out. Look at the volatility, right? Literally fell off a cliff too. Now it's expanding. Correlation broke positive. You see this entropy indicator drop into trend, continue this outlier, you're going to see this thing at 10 real quick. Real quick. What in the hell is going on over here, man? Let me see something.
Shit, even the 9.5's only 34 cents, man. Think about that. That's a week.
And yeah,
that thing goes to 10
dude,
cents in the money.
It easily could get in the money. Easily. That might even be a better call. How much did you say?
35 cents right now for the 9.5 on the 5th.
Gotcha.
May 5th.
Gotcha. All right, let's see here. What time is it? 10:30. Yasha, you got anything you want to talk about? I got to go do something real quick. Are you available?
No, I just wanted to say
I'll be right back.
definitely all about people from all walks of trading. Doesn't matter what you're trading before. Doesn't matter how you trade now. If you want to learn a better way to trade, this is do it. I wanted to say when I look at asset on the screen right now, so that's all right. But yeah, no, I just wanted to remind people if you're here and if you've been looking for these wondrous charts that you see on the live stream, there's all of them in the free trial chart channel. So you can grab like the split PRE one, you can grab the one with the projection bosses and the RMLRs. And it'll even look similar to the way you see it because it's built in the same way with the same tools. So you guys, whoever has access to these tools should have access to it. And if you don't have access to these tools and you want access, you can come in and get a free trial and try it out for yourself. And you can follow along with what's going on the live streams on your own chart set up on TV. All you can do is come in and open a ticket and just give us your username, your on so we can hook you up with the tool. And meanwhile, a lot of nice scalpy scalps on Bitcoin just using mean reversions and other assets too. Just using mean reversion. Real simple. Just wait for the asset to go up or down to a third standard deviation on the RMLR. Wait for it to stop banging around and then enter a position once the is like what happened towards the mean reversion. See it happening today very nicely, like on Bitcoin on the 15-minute around what was it, 5 hours ago, something like that. It started entering mean reversion and has done very nicely and had a nice mean reversion all the way to the power mean and through the RMLR and then banged up even further. So could have taken 15 minutes for a time frame. You've easily done that. But that's definitely good intraday time frame to monitor and get position at the lower time frames in my opinion. But that's just a nice example of how you can trade time frames without sweating it too much if you wait around 15 minutes per candle. Personally, I don't, but I look at that for where things are to get entries and exits on lower time frame. Anyway, that's that. I'm busy building websites and web pages for a different entirely right now. But yeah, this is very cool. I love how these work regardless of the time frame or the asset, and really neat. Learn how to trade VEPS. I recommend you jump to our Discord. We are a friendly bunch. Come on in. Welcome to Alpha Trading. That's all I got to say. Anybody have any questions I got about how to read something or any assets you want to look at while throw those away from this?
Yes, I'm looking at SPY right now. Can we take a quick look at it right now? I just want to confirm what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it looks to be a transitional moment right now, and I just want to confirm what I'm saying.
What time frame? 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute? What?
Yeah, 15 minute.
Yeah.
Hear what you see. That's right.
Is moving out of a little trending move, right? Back into a random walk, right?
Yep.
And you got variance falling back towards the mean.
Yep. Exactly.
The correlation on entropy. Correlation is falling basically down to nothing. Depends if you're using A2 EPP, but I like to use for my correlation. Some people, people also use the SEP. Either one. And right now it's also falling right through the one of the RMLRs there in the bands, and it has.
Yeah, I was just looking. I was looking to confirm a put call that I made
Which
on
buy?
the put. Yeah, on SPY when it hit
Which
when it
one
went
you
up to 413,
What was
and
the
it just
target?
went through the. My chart. Say again.
I asked you which one did you buy on the put?
It is the 412s. I got them about 48 cents, 47 cents.
Yeah, I mean, it's right at the top of the daily range.
Yeah.
And you just rejected off the top side of the weekly. But when I was saying anything that I would be doing today, it would be quick. Because in my opinion, I mean, you got the weekly, daily. Yeah, because this is going to get stuck in here, man. So, yeah, if you bought
right
it.
now, they're coming back to the RWTs, man.
As soon as this comes down and nails the top of this daily, I'd be taking profit. I would be.
Yeah.
For sure.
If it even gets there, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's looking like it's going to.
Yeah, HubSpot. There's a very simple, nice strategy that some people use. I mean, you don't have to use it, but it's just, if you look in the big doc, it's called waving in the band. Basically, you use like the RWT, a couple other things on the VRE chart. That's one way to do it too. It's kind of like a guide to show you what's a very high probability direction of the asset when you're looking at the VRE chart. You certainly don't have to do it, and you can certainly just VRE and the other charts to do it. But if you want to do that strategy and those tools are all available, and you can see that information right in the doc.
But
I know P-Funk uses that strategy a lot. He uses the RWT on the VREs. It works out well. That's like one of his go-to methods of trading with these tools, and it is a very, very effective way, to be honest.
I mean, here it was here. You got 2 stabs of bear div on the 9-minute. You get a rejection off the bottom side of the zero mean on bear div, and it's positively correlated. Well, look at the freaking 9-minute candle. What's it doing? Not only is it testing the wave trend, but it's getting ready. Wave trend is getting ready to cross Fisher. And here's the top. Here's the top of the daily right here. 411.93. You're at 412. You're at 412 right now. Just like I said. There it is. Bam. I don't know how much profit it was, but I would have
80 cents on that put.
I would have definitely been taking my profit on that. Because this is support.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out right now.
Yeah, smart.
Well, I'm not telling you that. I'm just saying it's
no, I'm fine. I've got them at 40, 48, and it's 80 cents. I don't care.
Beautiful.
Yeah, profit's profit, man. Especially on this tight, where
I just wanted to.
Here's resistance. Here's support. I mean, it's almost in the same strike. So,
right.
Because
we should be seeing support here in the next few minutes. You know, if you're right at the top of the daily, plus you're on 2 BREs in the mind.
In the bottom of the power mean band on the 9 minutes, like 411.70. So, can we get a little more? Yeah, but the high probability this thing is going to pull back up. Let me see here from the bottom side. And right now, I mean, it's setting up a little bit of hidden bull, but that's going to be, if it gets down to the bottom side of the power mean, that's Gandhi. But it's candle close, right? Not wick. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, I mean,
well, using these tools, I was more when I rang in, I was more or less confirming, what I was seeing, because sometimes this is a little hard to comprehend that I'm seeing what I'm seeing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I'm fairly new to it, so.
There's a moment, like there'll be a moment, and it's maybe like 6 seconds, where technically everything says sideways. And then it's the dude who's got the biggest order who goes, or like triggers it to that range. It could be like $1 if the asset's like $50,000, but it's at $1. And that is the moment where everyone is also on edge. So if you can be like, oh, okay, so I see that this thing did flick, let's say you're short, let's say it did flick pump, it got hammered down again, then it comes again and did flick pump, got hammered down again, and you're like, okay, does it get hammered down again on the 3rd time? And if you've seen on your like higher term time frame, let's say you're looking at the 1 minute, I will look at like the 15 minute and the 5 minute then I'll go, okay, cool. Now those guys aren't turning around. They seem to be like sticking in the zone. And that's all it's really wanting to do, is to see if the sell wall, like if it wants to mean revert back up, is to see if the sell wall is thin enough for that to happen. If it's not, the bots that are buying there, they just buy up there, like DCA in and get out somewhere in profit. But yeah, so there is like 6 seconds. If you can just be like, oh, are these those 6 seconds? And then just observe and remember everything that you're seeing of like the last 2-3 minutes as you've been shuffling and checking all your time frames together. Just remember that and be like, it said short, so I'm going to keep it short. Otherwise, look for a cool place to take a profit if you're in profit.
Here's another. Let me add in on here, where there's sometimes there's just a lot of stuff you don't even have to worry about. Look in Alpha Voice. Look in the chat in Alpha Voice, the message I just posted. Look at the daily expected move on SPY, right? Top side is 413. Bottom side is about 410.7. Look at the top of the weekly range. 413. What'd I say? 410.7. Let me see here. Is that, wait a minute. Yeah. Bottom of the daily, almost. Well, it's actually down here, probably. Yeah. First support level. Here's the expected move on the daily. Top side of the weekly, first support level on the daily. So this is what, could it come down here? That's the expected move. The expected move to the downside is right here at the first support level. But it's contending with this daily range and the 68.3 Laplace distribution range that just dropped below the daily. So at this point, if it does not bounce at the 68.3 in the bottom side of the daily, you're probably going to get the expected move to the downside. That's why it's one thing I never even worry about is, buying, selling. Like, what were you talking about, Warlord? Looking at something. Not to discredit it at all, but I'm just saying I'm looking at the expected move. I'm looking where these ranges are at and what the probabilities are and what makes sense. And this thing's selling off right now. Already just nailed the expected move. I mean, within pennies to the top side and rejected. And that daily expected move just happened to be at the top of the weekly. And now you're at the 68.3 Laplace to the downside. If it doesn't kick up here, this candle closes below there, we could hit the expected move to the downside. 410.7. It's right on it. Right on it. So there's the expected move range on the daily, here to here. We already went to the top side. Downside's kind of no-brainer, but you're dealing with probabilities here too. That's a daily candle though. So there's a 68.3% chance the daily SPY candle closes above 411.36. Not saying you can't get a wick down here and test the bottom side expected move. But right below that expected move at 409.5, that's the 1 SD to the downside. Right here. I'll post this other picture showing you the 1 SD to the top side is the blue dash line. The blue dash line to the bottom side is the first standard deviation to the downside. Let me pop this in Alpha Chat here. Where are you? There it is. Whoops. There it is. So check that out. Look how close we are to the 1 SD to the downside, a lot closer. But the expected move is about a point higher. So yeah, this is interesting. That's great. That's a great 15-minute candle though, showing the power of everything we do. Everything we do. You do not close a 15-minute candle above the top of the weekly range, and that just happened to be right at the daily expected move to the top side. And then the downside, we're here. We're here at the 68.3, but it's right at the bottom of the daily. Didn't close that 15-minute candle below the 68.3. We close a 15-minute candle below here, we could definitely get a candle down to the bottom of the expected move. There's no doubt. And it just happens to be, dead on. What a good range. So top of the weekly, first support level on the daily, that is the expected move. on the daily candle on SPY. But yeah, I mean, that was great. Like, you're up here at the top side realizing what's going on, and you got the first resistance level to the daily range. So buying that put, hey man, kudos. But don't be surprised, this thing rips right back up. That's why I will take profit, especially when it was right there. The 412 is literally about the top of the daily. So that was a good call, actually. Worked out really well.
Yeah, I'm done with that trade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
Nice trade. Good trade.
I was more looking at.
Yeah, if you're in 5 lots, you made what?
This
$200 bucks? $200 bucks on 5 lots?
I mean, it pretty well geared me right into that. And even going up and down my workflow, it was interesting how it was kind of rolling right into that. Even this DLP, which I just started using, it just seems like there's a trigger at some moment where they all line up almost every time that there's a move coming, some type of significant move. Interesting. It's just very interesting to me. It's
oh yeah,
pretty unreal.
That's good stuff.
And actually, pre-market this thing hit the 110 exactly. I mean, the 410. Sorry, it hit 410 exactly in the pre-market, which is at that one range you were talking about. You know, below it.
Right. Sorry. look in the private chat, Yasha. That's what I saw in the mirror. I swear. I was like, oh no. I hope that didn't show. Because it's actually worse than that. It's actually worse than that because it spins. it is crazy looking. I've had a couple of people in public just give me that look, and I just look at them and go, the eye, and they just shake their head. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, great. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Hilarious. All right. Now what time is it? 10:48? And you're also down here on the 6 minute. You're at the Fisher, right? And we were at the 9. You're right at you sent a wick down through this power mean band. I mean, you can go down below it, right? But it acts as support, man. It really does most of the time. You look at the wicks into the bottom there, and then it shoots right back up. Let's see, is this thing setting up? Depends on where this candle closes, right? There is no bottom yet, so you can't even talk div. You can talk about it building. But this if this candle pulls up and closes pretty much where it opened at, you're going to have hidden bull. It's positively correlated right now too. Right? This returns oscillator is turning up. First, it was positive on the move down from the bear div on that 9 minute that we were talking about. Now it's staying positively correlated. But this candle looking like it wants to close outside the power mean band. So where's that out on the 15 minute?
Is that a 15 minute?
It is now. It was a 9 minute. The 9 minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and see, you can see, right? You set in a lower low right here. Or even if there's any div, it's weak. You can see a lower low on the returns oscillator. If this was a higher low, it's positively correlated though. It is positively correlated. And from this point right here, it is hidden. Not this low. This candle right here. There is a lower low here. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm going to take that back. They're both lower lows. It's kicking up from the bottom side of the power mean band on the 15. And let's see, 412 is at the reverse wave trend to the top side, 412.2. Yeah, like I said, even at the beginning of the stream, anybody trading the 0 DT on SPYs, it's quick scalps because you're literally support, resistance. There's not much meat. There's not much meat on the bone here at all. So that just shows, right? Good job. Good job on taking that quick little call there. Kind of a no-brainer, man.
By the way, that's a 75% move.
Yeah.
That's not insignificant.
No.
From 48 cents to 78 cents.
Yeah. And
I mean,
people don't realize,
so I would say these are, I just the move was outstanding for me, but confirmation is more important, moving forward.
mm-hmm.
Just because I want to, building confidence is the most important factor in this, I believe, just being new to it.
Yeah.
Just building confidence into what you're seeing, because it can be a little bit, I don't know.
And just trusting the indicators.
I don't know what the word is.
Just trusting the indicators.
Overwhelming.
100%. So you're seeing this data set at the top of the weekly range. What are the probabilities? I mean, in my opinion, probabilities are this thing to go to the downside, because this is resistance on the weekly. So front running that, right? Buying a put down here, kind of a no-brainer. Because what are you going to do? Because the candle didn't close above the top of the weekly. It damn sure tried. It even immediately started, but then as soon as it pulled back, right? Good trade. What if it continued up to the 60? I mean, you just got to get out of the trade. That's all you got to do. But this is all day long front running. You're at the top of the weekly. Why not go for it? Why not buy a put down here in the daily? It worked out perfectly. I mean, it went right to the bottom of the daily range. The 412 is actually perfect. 412, because it was right at the top of the daily. Good stuff. Good stuff. And you found support on the bottom side of the 68.3. So tight. This could be a tight range all day long. Just running around in here. Trust me, the bears are up here, kicking it down. The bulls are down here at the bottom of the daily in the 68.3 Laplace on the downside. That's just boom. Tight battle. Trench warfare right now. These guys are literally 30 feet apart shooting at each other. Crazy. Crazy. Line them up. Bulls and bears. We all know, though, the bears are all high on honey. Fun. It's fun to be a bear.
Yeah, and just looking into the earnings part of this whole thing, starting to just use it as a side note versus because I used to focus on news quite a bit, obviously, but with Google and Microsoft, what is it? They're tomorrow afternoon after the close. I just look at, they're using all these, everything here is used as basically added support levels or triggers. I don't know. It's just interesting to see how it all correlates coming from that, technical analysis versus this analysis, because that's a transition you have to go through.
Yeah. Where's Microsoft?
Getting away from that as your base versus, using real data as your base.
Come on, let's go to 4 hour.
The easiest way to do it is seriously just turn off the source of bad info while you're actually trading.
Here we go.
Just don't look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that today? Wait a minute. Tomorrow at close is Google's earnings, I see. All right.
Google and Microsoft.
Let's see. Let's see what's up. Let's see what would be a good earnings play here. Let's go to the daily first. Boy, look at that returns oscillator on the daily, man. That thing just, hey, look the other way. I'm going to creep above here. It's negatively correlated right now. Is there any div, any hidden, anything? Let me see. No. So there's no bull div. Actually, no, man. And of course, look, day before earnings, look at the Fishers on the daily. Awesome. Those things are just scattered. Contracting volatility, negatively correlated. But look at these last few candles. And they're just inside the 68.3 Laplace. Just ranging around in there. Of course, pre-earnings. This thing's quiet. This is a calm before the storm. ideally is what you're looking for. And since the earnings are tomorrow at close, I'll be hound dogging this during the day, right? To make sure I'm getting in on the trade. Because immediately, right? This is the problem with earnings plays, though. You get into a position before the close, you better be right on, because pre-market, it's gonna rip. You're gonna see it one way or the other. If you're not right, a little hard to get out of the trade now, right? That's why size, be careful. Don't overdo it. I'm talking one lot, in my opinion, right? It's fun. Earnings plays are fun, especially if you nail it. We're at the top side of the power mean band. Look at the last 3 daily wicks. What are we rejecting on? Wick. That's the 9 log MA. We've been outside the power mean band. Wave trends down here at about 101.58. So we're talking about like 4.5 points. So that's the day. That's just the daily. That's just the daily. And just looking at it, because look at the volatility. The volatility is contracting. The correlation broke. That's why we floated the last 2 days up to the top side of the 68.3. It's not breaking it, though. Hasn't broken it. What's this 4 hour look like? We already retested this baby. Yeah, right here we did. But the 9 log MA is getting ready to cross down the 33. Power mean band is very tight. Let's blow this up. Look at this sucker. Look at this 4 hour candle. All right. Little pre-earnings, little wow. Yeah, this is tricky. This is indeed tricky. Look at the 4 hour. The higher 2 volatility lengths are pretty low. Yeah, this thing's gonna move, man. Whole key is with the test of the wave trend already on the 4 hour. But man, you rejected hard and came back. This 4 hour candle closes below here. Oh, this is a tough one. Because on the 4 hour, we retested that wave trend. I was looking for it on the daily, but I don't know, man. I don't know. God, look at this 90 minute. Holy smoke. Literally traversed the entire power mean band. You're above wave trend. Contracting. Just what I'm seeing on the volatility moves. Just what I'm seeing on volatility. Almost every one of these is contracting, negatively correlated. What does that usually ebb and flow into? Let me look at the weekly. Where are we on the weekly? Fuck. Even made it harder now. I wanted to see below, right? I wanted to see it in the power mean band or something. I mean, this is just so hard, right? When there's nothing up here, man. You got the Fisher up here at 136. Boy, that'd be earnings play of the century right there. You wake up, you wake up on Wednesday, and it's pre-market up around Fisher here. Close. But that's on a weekly. Let me see the 5 day. Same. But you are bouncing off the wave trend. You are above all the log MAs. Boy, this could be a fake out is what this could be, man. I would not be surprised at all. See this thing pull back to about 104.3 and then just rip. I don't know, man. So we looked at the daily, rejecting off of that 9. This is a problem I'm having with the top side. I mean, on the daily, you're at the top side of the power mean band. Haven't tested wave trend yet. But on the 4 hour, you have. And it's above them. Right? Or actually, boom. It's above. You're stuck in between the 9 and the 33 right now. Log MAs at the bottom side of the power mean band. Top side of the power mean band, about 107.5. Beep, beep. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants to talk. Then you got the 90 minute. You're above everything. Boy, I am conflicted with this. So what am I going to do when I'm conflicted over here? I'm going to go to the volatility. God, the volatility is telling me this thing is going to... We got all day tomorrow, though. That's the thing. 2-man scramble. Oh. I'm getting texts about 2-man scrambles for... Oh. Okay. Somebody wants to lose some money, boys. Tee it up. Let me see here. Tried. Look on the 45. I mean, this thing tried. Was making a run at the Fishers. It's not having it. Pulled right back to wave trend with a quickness. Yeah, this is going to be one of the more tricky earnings plays. Let's remember tomorrow to get back in. Let me look at Microsoft. This dog needs to go lay down. She is an incredible pain in the ass this morning. In, out, in, out, in, out. Let me put this on Microsoft.
You got a big ass cat.
Pretty much. I mean, you should just hear. You should hear this. She's just like clawing at the door. It's like, go do something, man.
So what's Micro's thing?
Same thing, man. Of course. But this thing is just floating down. And look, the bulls are trying now. I mean, you literally, you got a data set floating down, but all the candles are closing bullish. That's strange, right? Strange look, right? This thing could, you contracted positively correlated. I mean, it looks like Microsoft's getting ready to nail this wave trend, to be honest. And that's on the daily, 273, 10 points. What a perfect earnings. Let me see here. Same thing, tomorrow close. I'm going to be on these tomorrow. Yeah, let's revisit this tomorrow. Because it definitely, if Microsoft comes down here today, wow, boy, that's a big move though. Let me see something real quick. Let me flip Microsoft on these options. What am I doing here? In the ass. There you are. What's the expected move? Let's see. Man. The only strike 4 days out. What's the expected move on the 4-day? Bottom side, 172 or 272.5. Top side, about 295. So that gives you a good, maybe where these earnings can roll. And that's what I would be looking for too. Because we're talking 2 days. If I were going to make an earnings play tomorrow, it would probably, definitely looking at it tomorrow, 4 days out. I mean, you got the expected move. About 294 to the top side, 272.5. So that would be, those are the strikes I'd be looking at. I mean, right now the calls are $1.95. The puts 205. Not a lot of skew, but there is, we're talking expected move, and that's actually about right too. This expected move is even both ways. Both ways from at the money. And there's only literally about a 2-cent difference, which is good. Another thing, that there's literally no skew here at all. Those are good though. If I was bullish, I'd probably be buying like a 293. No, I'd probably stick to the 295. Probably 295 for the call. But they're $1.93 right now. It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap. And that's what I like to do on earnings plays. All right, I'm going to buy premium for sure. Because if you nail it, if you nail the call, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off big time. Time is 11. Yeah, let's wrap this up. We need to make a mental note to get back on Google and Microsoft tomorrow. For any of us that want to do a earnings play, we're going to get a better read tomorrow. It'd be great. Microsoft comes down here and tests this wave trend, man. That's just a hell of a move. That's the bottom of the 4-day expected move. Which, I mean, this is making me bearish on both these. Not lying. But, let me see something real quick. God, this dog.
Either way, there'll be good plays on Wednesday.
Whoops. Yeah.
For whatever happens to both of them.
What's that going for?
On SPY.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What was I going to? Dixie. What's Dixie doing right now? Yeah, hit the weekly support level. Whoops, what I got on here? Still got my drawing tool on. Let's turn that off. Yeah, so Dixie met its way down. 68.3 Laplace, first support level on the weekly. We talked about this at the beginning of the stream. Now, what's going to happen here? It's getting ready to hit the daily, right? That was the first support level on the daily. So now look, your data sets, you're literally in between the weekly and daily first support levels. So the bears are going to, or bulls are going to kick it up from the weekly support level, but are the bears going to kick it down now that this support's turned resistance? We're about to find out. Keep tabs on this, and we'll get back on Microsoft and Google tomorrow for the earnings plays. But yeah, you guys, it was a good stream. Good times. Hopefully everybody's learning something. All right? Even you, troll man, wherever you're at. Hopefully you're learning something. I mean, you're literally wasting your time trolling somebody else's live stream. It's so funny. It's like, if you have that much time, we appreciate the views, man. Tell all your friends. Get them all over here giving us views. It's good stuff. But anyway, all you guys in the Discord. Django, we never looked at Aptos. I told you it was bearish, though. Is it still bearish? Let me take a quick peek. Whoops. Crypto. Yeah, bouncing a little bit, but down what? What was the low on that bad boy? Let's see where the weekly range is. Is that the bottom side? Yeah, man, it's a massive range too. Massive range. Tried twice to get above the daily 68.3 Laplace. Another thing, where'd it bounce off of? Hey, go lay down.
Okay.
Yeah. You go lay down now. You bounce right off the top of the daily here. All right. Rejected off the 68.3 of the top side. Trying to bounce off the daily top side. But there's the weekly. Where at? The bottom of the weekly range is right at the 1 SD today. But, I mean, it's having trouble getting by the 68.3 Laplace. So, yeah. Interesting. Let me see something. Oops. Let's just real quick. And there was your pullback, Django. There was your pullback. Why? Look at the bear div, man. Below the zero mean, positively correlated. Thing just flushed out. We talked about this too. I remember talking about it being bearish. Look, volatility fell off a cliff right here, expanded negatively correlated, started contracting positively correlated. Still, contraction's not done. Contraction is not done. So the 981 is the only thing populating because this Shiite coin does not have any history. Let's see what the 981 is, because it's expanding, not contracting. If it's negatively correlated, probably have not seen the bottom here. Yep. Starting to expand right here, and the correlation just broke negative. And now, so what is this on? Is there any hidden bear setting up? Is there? Is this a higher high here? Yeah, it is. It is a higher high. There is no correlation right now. And you're below. Is what I actually see this doing probably. Because there's no correlation on the hidden move. This thing could go sideways here. And you could see the power mean band expand. Right? Come to the data set. Wave trend as well. We'll get back on this tomorrow too. All right, guys, we're taking up too much time. I appreciate you guys watching live in the Discord. We appreciate your support. If you're watching on TradingView, hit the rocket icon so we can get these streams out to more traders, which I haven't even done. Nice, we got 5. 5 is 5. If you're watching on YouTube and Twitch, thank you. Give us a like, right? We don't get a lot of views there, but we're up against the machine, right? Shadow ban, small little YouTube account, definitely 100% shadow ban. We could be farting in mason jars and have more views than we get on YouTube. So there you go. And we're just doing nothing but dumping good information for traders. And yeah, shadow ban. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to get back at it tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep an eye on Dixie and SPY and Bitcoin and gold. And tomorrow we're going to go more into correlation. I did see some silly ass, Bitcoin and Ethereum correlation's breaking. More news. It's just BS. Tomorrow we'll get into it. I'm going to set up a chart later and see what exactly they're talking about. Because most of the times when people talk about correlation, they're just talking out of their rear end. They have no idea how to correlate. I want to see how they're talking about correlating assets. That'll be really interesting because very few people even know about the Pearson correlation. Let's see how they're using correlation. All right, we'll get back at it tomorrow morning. Wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. See you guys.